Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not. I would have crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Meet Joe Black. Why would I?
You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Are underway on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This is Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. He'll get this up to about the 44. The Seahawks at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind
Task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, Mayfield. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
What you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 44 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great
memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Right back to Singletary on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
In motion left goes a tight end. First down, Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Marshall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Mayfield escapes the sack. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Dalton. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, 46 yards. And the Rams have moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. And some room to roam now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Singletary, they'll run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st and 10, James. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Dalton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 81 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton, and he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. On 3rd down, Dalton. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Normally, we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. To throw, Mayfield.
Downfield, they got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
With a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now a design run with Jefferson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
He's got room at the 30. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now...
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night...
And he takes it. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Mayfield. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Fourth down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, These incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Devin Singletary. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him.
There he goes, left side. The 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And here's Marshall. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 2nd down, Dalton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Touchdown, Rams!
Van Jefferson
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Amari Cooper.
70 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. To throw is James. Throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now James on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On 2nd down now. Dalton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, James. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides, penalties, false starts.